Okay, guys, I am hearing that people are uncomfortable. Okay, the connection between you and your divine masculine are starting to make people uncomfortable. The room goes silent. There's signs of you everywhere, divine feminine, that it's very hard to ignore. People can't ignore it. I'm hearing that things just get tense or awkward, okay? Now, I don't know how you and your divine masculine know one another, but what I'm hearing from other people or this chatter that I'm picking up on is like, you should be a thing of the past, okay? They should have long forgotten about you. I feel like at times your divine masculine may have tried to explain their link to you as that's just a friend. I don't know who that is. We've never been in touch, but they've been carrying the weight of, I feel like, this lie. They know exactly who you are. They've never approached you, but they've held a lot of space or love for you. For some of you, if that's not the case, and maybe you two did have a past, maybe you dated, I'm seeing that some of you, like, you grew up in a tight-knit community where you guys would have hung out amongst mutual friends. I don't know if you went out of town, divine feminine, you left, maybe your divine masculine would have left. They started a new life somewhere, and it's like, for some reason, there's this familiar face that year after year, it just keeps coming up, okay? Maybe someone found messages, emails, some kind of evidence of you and your divine masculine being in touch. And that's the tense thing about it that I'm picking up on with this energy is like, you've been on the radar, okay? And ever since you've been on the radar and they've been trying to explain that, oh, it's nothing, it's, but it's like the evidence is there. You don't just keep old photographs of somebody if they mean nothing to you, okay? You don't have this person in your search history like 3 months ago if you don't know how you feel for this person, or you don't know, it's you know what I'm getting? Acquaintance. Somebody kept using the words acquaintance. You're just an acquaintance, right? But I feel like over the years, maybe your masculines have reached out to you. Okay? It's been found out. That is why it's uncomfortable, because after these long discussions and somebody now feeling all tense, and I feel like they're karmic partners as well, they really want to try to believe in their heart of hearts that your masculine here is being really honest, that this connection really doesn't mean anything. But there's that hunch there, right? Like there's those questions that keep kind of going through your mind. It's right there in front of you. It's just that like love is blind type of thing, right? It's like, man, I know if I acknowledge this, it might mean some kind of ending between us. So I'm not really going to acknowledge it. Now that's where the universe steps in, and the universe is now putting signs of the divine feminine everywhere to the point now where these two people can't really just brush it under the rug or ignore it. So like certain things could be happening. Like let's say they squash the beef, right? Let's stop arguing about this. I've never talked to this person. It's been years. Like, we live in a different country, whatever the case is, right? They squash the beef, they squash the argument, right? Let's go out to dinner, right? Let's do something different. Let's go out for a night on the town. They end up walking on the street, and all of a sudden there's somebody playing some music or singing, and they decide to stop by to listen and enjoy something spontaneous. And the song the person decides to sing is a song like, torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool, and then they kind of grumble up and oh, you know what, let's go get something to eat. Let's get out of here. That person has a bad voice anyway. All right, so anyways, now they go to a restaurant, they sit down. Okay, the waitress approaches them. Hello, how can I help you? What can I get for you guys today? The name tag is your name, divine feminine, right? So now all of a sudden they can't avoid that, right? They got to sit down and watch this whole thing play out with this person come up every time she introduces herself. She says your name out loud. Hi, I'm Rebecca. Hi, I'm Anastasia. It's one of those like unique names too that not just everybody has, right? Hi, I'm Jasenia, right? Hi, I'm Yesenia. Hi, I'm Flora, right? It's just one of those names that is just like, damn, right? You can't ignore that particular sign. So I'm going to get into some of these feelings that your divine masculines have been carrying for you that I do feel they are quite obvious. It's just, like I said, right? Love is blind. It'll take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. Somebody is really trying to ignore your presence, divine feminine. Now, they were before, and now it got found out, and now there's two people trying to ignore this big elephant in the room, which is the fact that your divine masculines, they really do carry a lot of deep feelings for you, and they're gonna have to express it in some way or another. And I feel like that is maybe what some of these arguments have been about. I feel like this energy of like the karmic energy may just want to pretend that this didn't exist. They may even be like regretting the fact that they even went prying into the divine masculine's like phone, or for some of your masculines, they could have like a closet where they have like a hidden like bag or a little box or something, and it has like little things that you two have shared over the years that you would think like men don't care about that shit. But I feel like if a woman were to stumble upon that, like, you know, as a woman, like, damn, for a man to be doing this shit, like, he in love. So that is this whole big thing, right? Like, somebody's trying to feel like, oh, I wish I didn't stumble upon that. Now, like, we should definitely address this, but they're trying not to address it. Like I said, and the universe is like shoving signs of the divine feminines everywhere. Let's see what's going on. How many cards came out? 2? Yeah, release your ex. I feel like this is what they may be trying to avoid. See how I had to push the card back on the table? I had to like elbow back the card. I feel like that's what the universe is doing with the synchronicities or the signs of you. It's like kind of like, you know, like nudging them like, hey, like, you guys can't really ignore this just energy that's swirling around you, right? You can't ignore the uncomfortable dinners, the uncomfortable signs. It's like you sit down to watch a movie. You don't know what the movie's about. You decide to be all spontaneous, and then boom, signs and synchronicities of either the journey, the divine feminine, just something. It's like they can't escape it. That's the energy here, okay? And it's releasing your ex and calling in your soulmate, okay? Somebody that you really do truly feel deep love for, okay? It's a love that the masculines too, like, they can't explain. They don't even know why they love you. They just need to know that all they know is that I want to get to know you because I need to know why it is I carry such deep feelings for you. Okay, I need to sit down with you. I want to get to know you. In fact, I feel that card wanting to come out of the deck, getting to know each other. I don't know if it will, but I'm, you know, just more so feeling that energy of somebody really feeling in love, and they want that love back from the person that they really, really deeply feel it for. They haven't let go. It's been years. I'm hearing for some of them, I don't know why the number 8 stands out. It's been 8 years. You know, for a lot of you, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And the visualizations as well is like the constant, like, going into the closet and taking down their little box and looking at your photos and maybe even checking up on you on social media and stuff. I see some of their arguments as well could have had a lot to do with, you know, well, if this person doesn't mean anything, then why was she in your search history like 3 months ago? And then it turns into an argument of like, well, why are you checking on my shit? And like, you know, why are you? And so, you know, the masculine has a way of always dragging the issue of the divine feminine under the rug and more bringing it to the issues between the two of them. And that's why I feel like this card is coming up, because, you know, this really has been a long time coming, this reconciliation between you two. I don't know if your divine masculines would have reached out. You guys would have bumped into one another, caught up for a minute or two. Maybe you're in a relationship, they're in this current relationship, whatever it is. I feel like ever since that moment, they've just had you on their mind. They can't get you out of their mind. And it's coming up more and more. It's causing more arguments. Okay? They feel really, really passionate about you. And that's a feeling that they can't shake. In fact, it's interfering with the connection that they currently have because they just kind of zoned out most of the time. And I feel like if they've had previous arguments about who you are, what you mean to this divine masculine, trying to pacify themselves over the fact that it's like, okay, it's a thing of the past. I don't have to worry about this. But deep down inside, like, you know man's in love. Okay, the passion card suggests that, like, you don't normally do those types of things unless you really care for a person. In fact, this person might even be feeling slighted, like, well, how you ain't never kept no memorabilia about me? Right? Like, I gave you, like, how many birthday cards? Where are they? You threw them in the trash. Right? I had to pay $375 for that. Right? On top of your gift. Okay, we got religious factors here. Your love life influence by your religious upbringing, spiritual path. Maybe that's why you two went your separate ways, right? You didn't belong in one another's world. Whoever he is currently with, that person so to speak, according to family rules and culture expectations and all of these things. Maybe, on paper, this person belonged in their life. Maybe it didn't seem in the moment, right? Maybe when she first found, stuff about you and whatever, it was like, okay, you know what? No, there's no way that can't be his type. Like, she's a completely different, ethnicity, race, culture. Like, for some of you, even like social status, right? There's no way, right? Like, this energy was like, no, okay, there's no way. Okay, a box of her photographs and old text messages kept in a Hallmark box with a bow. No big deal. Totally no big deal. Okay, I'm good. Because they judged you based off of the fact that it's like, you don't belong in this divine masculine's world. Ain't nothing to worry about, right? Nice small thing, right? Nice small thing. But he's making efforts towards you every single day. I'm telling you guys, some strange things have been happening, okay? And it's not a coincidence, right? I'm hearing inching and inching and inching is way closer and closer to you. Now somebody is on your case, Divine Feminine. Now somebody wants to know where you currently reside. And I feel like it's difficult to find information about you. So whatever the moves this masculine has been making, I feel like because of the synchronicities that have been happening, somebody is no longer in la la land over the obstacles and differences between you two, right? They're starting to see that your divine masculine doesn't care. Like, he loves you regardless. If he did, he would have squashed this connection a long time ago with you guys, right? He wouldn't have the Hallmark box in the closet where he goes to when he needs to, like, look at your pictures and read the old text messages between you two and, like, try to get a little feel good before you gotta go deal with her, right? So I feel like these things have been happening, and the universe just turned it up a notch or two with these signs of you everywhere. They can't escape it. It's getting more and more awkward. More and more awkward. All right, so that's what I have for this quick check-in, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I love you. Catch me on Hipsy if you guys would like a personal session. The link is in the description box. I love you guys. I'll catch you later, okay? Bye, guys.